My name's Nate. Welcome to the DivMan channel. Today I want to update my video about Roundhill funds. Are they really return of capital? Now, return of capital is a tax advantage dividend payment that ETF providers can give you. Basically lowers the price that it costs you in the eyes of the IRS to buy whatever share you're holding of theirs. The longer you hold it and the more return of capital you get, presumably, at least in theory, your price of purchase of a share goes down to zero if you hold long enough. Now, here's an article that Roundhill, produced about return of capital. Encourage you to take a look at it if you want to know more about their strategy and all of that. But I do want to let you know that it turns out they did not exactly pay 100% return of capital for all their 0DT funds. So we're going to look at that. First, I'm going to show you how to get there. I'm just on the RDTE webpage. Here's documents. At the end of the year, they give their supplemental tax information, and this is the final deal right here. This is not these are guesses. The 19A forms, these are guesses about what is return of capital about each dividend payment. This is the final one. So it's going to give you this Excel sheet that I've loaded into Google, and it's going to look like this. Basically, it's going to show you different types of dividends. This here is the total, so you'll add all this together, use it as a way to check your math. And then there's a few different taxable kind of income, taxable dividends. There's ordinary dividends, qualified dividends, capital gains, and then the non-dividend distributions. These are the return of capital. So that's what we're going to try and do here. And as you can see, unfortunately, it was not a 100% return of capital for most of these funds. In fact, every fund except for XPay was not 100% return of capital. Let me see what's going on with this. What we're going to do is that divided by that. All right. So as you can see, each of these funds, I've already done some of the math in a spreadsheet. And these two categories, income and capital gains, are taxable. They're taxed at different rates, FYI, but they are taxable. And then here is the return of capital payments that each fund made. So as you can see, QDTE had almost $8 of return of capital. So unless you sold your shares, you don't have to pay taxes on this in the US. RDTE had a much higher percentage of return of capital payments. Of course, it's a newer fund, so they did not have as much time to their payments. That's why there's a lower total distribution for the year. XDTE had a little bit higher percentage of return of capital in terms of the total dividends. YBTC did not have any return of capital. I was saying to you guys that I did not think that the crypto payers were going to be return of capital. A lot of people fought me in the comments, and I'm just telling you, it turns out I was right. Not that I want to be, but it looks like YBTC is mostly going to be taxable dividends for the foreseeable future. And XPay was the only fund of the Roundhill funds that paid 100% return of capital dividends. So if the fund advertises that it is 100% return of capital, that's a much stronger likelihood that you're not going to have to pay as much taxes. So keep an eye on XPay. That's the one that you're not going to have to get a fat tax bill until, whatever it costs you for each share, that it pays off those shares. Probably going to take a few years. Anyway, wanted to record that straight into the point. Hopefully this helps you as far as trying to figure out the math on your dividends for tax purposes. Thanks so much for your time. Have a good day. Like and subscribe, please. If this was helpful, this is going to promote the video. Going to be a way to share it. By the way, share it with your message boards, your Discords, whatever you use. Feel free to share this. This will help me a lot. Thanks. Bye.